Before we begin with this episode of Harmony and Chaos, I want to take the time and say thank you to all my fans and subscribers for your vote. Back in May, I held a fan vote to allow you guys to decide how Amy and Chris would get shipped in the series. And in this episode, your fan vote is revealed as to how you guys voted. So again, I want to say thank you for your votes, and this is the episode in which you guys get to see how the fans voted. Thank you again, guys, for supporting the series, and enjoy this episode of Harmony and Chaos. Episode 60, Desperate Measures. Chris with tears in his eyes as he's riding a train back to Ponyville. Chris opens the letter that Amy left him overnight and begins reading it. Dear Chris, when I met you 10 years ago, I had no idea the depths of love I would feel for you today. As I write this letter, I'm in absolute agony because I know you share the same love for me, and yet you're ashamed to feel this way about me. What's most heartbreaking about our situation is that I can never be a human. I wish so badly I could be, and if I could find a way to do so, I would. I want you to know, Chris, there's nothing I wouldn't sacrifice in order to be with you. I love you more than these words will ever describe to you, but I know in the end we'll never be together, which is exactly why it's not healthy for me to be around you right now. There's no need to worry about me. I took an overnight train back to Ponyville. I won't be home when you arrive, and I plead with you to stay away from me when you return to Ponyville. My heart can't handle seeing you at the moment, and I need time alone to heal before we can be cordial being roommates again. I don't understand what's happened. I know you're in love with me as much as I am with you. I know you're attracted to me physically. That much was obvious tonight, and I honestly thought you were finally ready to give yourself fully to me. However, I was wrong, and my greatest fears about falling in love with you were realized. Your rejection last night was the most inadequate I've ever felt in my life, and my heart has been broken worse than it's ever been before. I'm still madly in love with you, Chris, and that's the reason I can't be around you now. It'll break my heart, because I can never be a human for you. Please, don't come looking for me. Sincerely, Amy Rose. Chris to himself. Somehow, someway, I have to fix this. Sugar Cube Corner. Amy is in the kitchen talking with Mrs. Cake. Pinkie Pie said you really needed to talk to me. What's going on, Amy? Chris and I are over. We broke up last night, and I don't want to run the risk of him finding me. At least not for a week. I would greatly appreciate it if I could take next week off, just so I can heal on my own. And I certainly don't want Chris to find me here. Oh dear, I really can't afford to have you miss the whole week, Amy. Mr. Cake and I are leaving town for a weekend getaway with the twins, and I need both you and Pinkie Pie to be here to take care of the bakery. I can give you off until Friday. Do you think you'll be okay by then? Yeah, that's plenty of time. I'll still be heartbroken, but at least by then I might be ready to see him if he were to show up here. Thanks, Mrs. Cake. I really appreciate you doing this for me. That's not a problem, Amy. You're a great employee and a fantastic baker. You've made life a lot easier around here since you've been working here, and you've done Mr. Cake and I plenty of favors as well. I hope everything works out for you two. I'm not going to hold my breath. I can't change the way he feels about our differences. I was really hoping this weekend in Manhattan was going to be magical, and it was until I pushed him too hard. Again, thank you, Mrs. Cake. Mrs. Cake hugs Amy. Aw, it hurts now, but I really do see something special with you and Chris. Just clear your head and be patient. I know you two are going to work things out. We'll work things out, I'm sure, but I'll never put my heart out there for him again. Bye, Mrs. Cake. I'll see you Friday morning. Take care of yourself this week, Amy. Amy walks out of the kitchen and out into the bakery. So what's up? You're back super early from Manhattan. Yeah, I left in the middle of the night. I wound up getting my heart broken by Chris, and I wanted to get home before he does. What exactly happened? Last night I went for it all. I wanted to show Chris exactly how much I love him, so I had Verity design me some lingerie, and I attempted to seduce him, but it backfired on me. I don't understand, Pinkie. I mean, he was totally into it at first, and then out of nowhere he became ashamed and stopped. How can he say he loves me, yet refuse to make love to me? It's broken my heart because I can't be a human for him. I've never felt so inadequate in all my life, Pinkie. Pinkie Pie wraps Amy in a hug. I'm really sorry, Amy. I really thought you and Chris were going to be happy. I'm here as a friend if you need cheering up. Thanks, Pinky. I'm going to stay with Applejack and Knuckles for a few days. I can't be around Chris at the moment. It will only break my heart further. If Chris comes here looking for me, please don't tell him where I am. I pinky promise I won't. Sugar Cube Corner. Sonic enters the bakery. Hey, Amy. I saw you on television when Rarity won that award. You look beautiful in that dress. Oh, thanks, Sonic. What's wrong, Amy? Nothing you can fix this time, I'm afraid, Sonic. Chris and I broke up last night, or at least it feels that way. I'm guessing he's still not over that human stigma, huh? No, he's not, and I'm completely heartbroken and confused by it all. I know he loves me, and that he's physically into me, but right when we were about to make love, he got cold feet and felt really ashamed by what we were doing. Humans don't think the same as we do, Ames. I think you owe it to yourself to be patient with Chris and give him time to get comfortable being in love with you. It would be a shame if you guys ended because, in all honesty, you two are perfect for each other. I don't know how much more rejection and inadequacy I can tolerate, Sonic. I love Chris with all my heart. I want to experience that love with him on every level. There's nothing I wouldn't sacrifice for Chris's love and affection. The truth is, he'll never love me in the same manner in which I love him, and it's agonizing because I will never be a human. This is why I told you, Chris had the potential to hurt me worse than anyone has ever hurt me in my life. Well, for what it's worth, I'm sorry Chris hurt you. It's a shame, too, because I see how happy you guys are when you're together. I better get going before Chris decides to come looking for me. Bye, Pinkie Pie. Bye, Sonic. Ciao, Amy. Take care, and if you need me to talk to Chris for you, I can. No, I'll talk to Chris when I'm ready, but thanks, Sonic. Amy walks out of Sugar Cube Corner. So, what brings you to my humble abode? I was hoping Manic was around today. I have to talk to him about Sonia. Oh, Manic is back in my apartment. Is everything okay with Sonia? Not really sure yet, Pinky. I just found out that she threatened Dash, and that the Master Emerald gave Applejack and Knuckles visions that weren't very good as it pertains to my sister. I'd like Manic to help me intervene to try and reason with Sonia and prevent her from doing anything that may jeopardize her own safety and the safety of Equestria. Well, for what it's worth, Sonia has always given me an uneasy feeling, but it wasn't until the other day, on the way home from Canterlot Castle, following our meeting, that she triggered my pinky senses. What in Equestria caused Sonia to threaten Rainbow Dash? Dash accused Sonia of having an evil agenda that centered around her cutie mark. When Dash threatened Sonia about exposing the truth, Sonia retaliated by threatening physical harm on her. Wow, Ponyville's just full of bad news today. Come on back, Sonic. I'll unlock my apartment for you. Sonic follows Pinky. How's Dash handling it? You know her, staying tough, playing it cool. Dash is kinda sad over it though too, because she legitimately wanted a sisterly relationship with Sonia. She was really excited to meet her, and it's terrible that it turned out this way. I know the feeling. I was really excited to meet her too, and Manic was so happy when Dash told us she was in Equestria. Pinkie Pie opens the apartment. Oh, hey, Double P. Hi, Manic. I can't stay because I'm still working, but Sonic is here to see you. Oh, sweet. Came to get your butt kicked in some video games, bro? No, unfortunately, we need to have a serious conversation, Manic. I'll leave you guys to talk. Pinkie Pie leaves the apartment. Why do I have this feeling this has something to do with Sonia? It is about Sonia, and I need your help, Manic. Sonia is out of control, and it was revealed by the Master Emerald that she indeed has an evil plot that's centered around her cutie mark. Knuckles and Applejack decided to consult the Master Emerald for guidance after Applejack found out that Sonia threatened to kill Dash. No way! I can't believe Sonia would do that, bro. Believe me, I'm just as shocked as you are, Manic, but you know as well as I do that the Master Emerald doesn't give false visions. The other revelation that was revealed by the Master Emerald is that Sonia is going to die in 12 days as a result of this evil agenda she has. That's why I need your help, bro. If we work together, there's a chance we can still get Sonia to back down. All right, Sonic, I'm in. I don't want anything bad to happen to our sister. So what's the plan? Rainbow Dash has Pegasus ball practice and a team meeting afterwards, so she'll be gone all day. I'll go back to the Cloud Dominion and pick up Sonia, and we'll meet back here. It'll be nice. The three of us hanging out. It'll be just like when we were kids. We can only hope, bro. All right, I better head on home and get Sonia. I'll be back soon, bro. Sweet Apple Acres. I want to thank you for letting me stay here for a couple of days. Oh, it's all right, Amy. I'm sorry you have to room with Apple Bloom while you stay here, but I don't have any extra bedrooms for you. It's completely cool, Applejack. I don't think Chris would ever think to look for me here, so it's perfect. So what exactly happened to you two? I mean, last night at the award show, you two seemed happy when we saw you guys on television. Yeah, we were. I really thought Chris was ready, that he was over his fear of being in love with a Moby and Hedgehog. Things last night got really romantically intense between Chris and I, and at first it seemed like he was actually going to make love to me for the first time. But just as we were about to do it, he got cold feet and completely stopped. He wanted nothing to do with me, and what's most saddening is that he was ashamed that it had gone that far. I'm sorry, Sugar Cube. I know how much Chris means to you. He means everything to me, Applejack. The hopeful romantic side of me is clinging to the dream that maybe one day Chris will come around and he'll love me for everything that I am. But the realistic side of me knows that Chris will never give himself fully to me because I'm not a human. I love him with everything inside me, and there's nothing I wouldn't sacrifice to be with him, but I can't force him to love me. Personally, I think Chris truly does love you, Amy. We've all seen the way he looks at you, the way he treats you, and you're a much happier Hedgehog when he's around you. I think if you give it a little more time, he'll eventually accept your outer differences. I wish that were the case, AJ, but the only way Chris and I will ever truly be together is if I were a human like him. And let's be honest, there's no way that's ever going to happen. But maybe there is a way for you to become a human. Really? How? We can ask Twilight to use her magic to change you into a human. She can do that? Absolutely she can. Come on, Amy. We're heading over to Twilight's castle. Ponyville train station. Chris and Silver are gathering the luggage out of the cargo bay. I wouldn't worry too much over Amy, Chris. I'm sure in a couple of days she'll be relaxed enough to talk with you. I can't believe I hurt her so badly. I feel horrible over this. Everyone else begins to exit the train. Trust me, Chris. Amy loves you, and when Amy loves you, she's not willing to give up so easily. Just ask Sonic about that. Yeah, Chris. Once Amy calms down, she'll be sure to come find you. She always forgave Sonic when he'd upset her. Chris gives a faint smile. Yeah, you guys are right about that, but I don't think Sonic ever hurt Amy as bad as I did last night. You're lucky she loves you as much as she does. She wouldn't have left you a note like she did if she didn't love you, and I believe she'll forgive you for hurting her. But Chris, you really need to be honest with your feelings for Amy moving forward. If you can't see yourself making love to her, then you need to be honest with her about that, because you're leading her on, and it's only going to lead to more heartache like this in the future. Spike rushes over. Sweetie Belle! Spike! Spike and Sweetie Belle share a kiss. How was your trip, Sweetie Belle? Did you enjoy yourself? Yeah, it was fun, but it would have been a lot more enjoyable if you had been there with me. Did you see my dress on television? I sure did, and you look beautiful in it. Sweetie Belle blushing. Oh, Spike. Congratulations, Rarity, on the award and for your engagement to Silver. Rarity smiles. Thank you, Spike. It means a lot to me that you still support me after everything. I'll always care about you as a friend, Rarity. We weren't right for each other, and in the end, I think we both wound up happier. I'm happy to hear you feel that way, and I'm especially happy my sister has you. I know she loves you deeply, Spike, and that you'll treat her the way a girl should be treated. Oh, here, sweetie. I'll carry your luggage. Spike takes Sweetie Belle's luggage. Thanks, Spike. It's a little heavy. I had to bring my school books with me to do my homework while I was on the trip, so I really appreciate you coming here to walk me home. You're so sweet, Spike. Yeah, well, you told me what time your train was coming in, and I've missed you this weekend, so naturally I wanted to see my girl. I love you, Sweetie Belle. Sweetie Belle gets glittery-eyed and blushes. I love you too, Spike. Chris walking ahead with Fluttershy and Tails. So, do you guys think I should respect Amy's wishes, or should I track her down and apologize to her? I would definitely respect her wishes, Chris. Yeah, especially Amy. Knowing her as long as we have, you should know by now, Chris. It's not wise to reason with her when she gets hurt or angry. She may smash her brains in with her hammer. Chris half-heartedly chuckles. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just I want her to know how sorry I am, and I didn't mean to hurt her. I want her to know I think she's beautiful, and it's my fault that I feel the way I feel about our situation. I agree with Rarity, though, too, Chris. You can't keep playing with her emotions like you have been. You can't keep telling her that you love her and not make love to her. It really does send hurtful mixed signals. The big question is, Chris, are you ever going to get over your human fear of being in love with the movie and Hedgehog? I don't think I can. Then you can't be in love with Amy, Chris. For her own happiness, you need to let her go, because it's not fair to her. Chris nods and continues walking home in silence. The Irish Pony. Sonic and Sonia enter the restaurant. They spot Manic sitting at a table. Well, this is cozy. I get to share lunch with both of my brothers. Yeah, and we may be doing dishes together too, sis. Sonic, how are we going to pay for lunch? I still haven't gotten paid for doing my band work yet, because our album doesn't drop until springtime. Don't worry, guys. I still have 50 bits left over from when I took Twilight and Flash Sentry to Pony Island in the X-Tornado. Gee, Sonic, I can't believe you still have that money. Needless to say, lunch is on me today. Sonia hugs Sonic. Thanks, Sonic. Wow, you would think all these ponies would be staring at us. Nope, they've gotten used to us here in town. It's a shame you missed Manic's performance at the Rah Rah concert at the end of summer. He can't go anywhere in town now without some pony asking for an autograph or a picture. Yeah, these ponies totally dig me. Can't really blame them though, kid. Sonia gives a real smile. You guys seem really happy here. What's life really like here in Equestria? It's like it was on Mobius when we were kids, when Egghead wasn't attacking us. For the most part, it's peaceful, and life here is easy. Honestly, Sonia, I've never been happier in my life. Yeah, I can tell. I'm sure your wife has a lot to do with that happiness. As a matter of fact, she does, Sonia, which is exactly why Manic and I asked you here for lunch today. Rainbow Dash told me you threatened to kill her. She didn't tell you the whole story, now did she? She accused me of having an evil agenda. You do have an evil agenda, Sonia. The Master Emerald confirmed that after Knuckles looked into Dash's claims about you. You know as well as I do the Master Emerald doesn't lie when it gives Knuckles glimpses of the future. So what is this plan of yours, Sonia? Because whatever it is going to get you killed in 11 days. I don't have any agenda, Sonic. Sonia, even I know the Master Emerald is accurate when giving visions of the future. We've just been reunited, kid. Can't you drop whatever it is you're up to and just enjoy life with the rest of us? Life here is peaceful, and we've met some great new friends here in Equestria, and I don't want to see you get killed. And I don't want to see you get hurt either, Sonia. We're your brothers and we love you, but let's face facts here. You've changed in these 15 years. You're not the sweet, innocent, caring girl you were before Aeon kidnapped you. That girl you knew 15 years ago is dead, Sonic. No, she'll be dead in 11 days if you don't change your path, Sonia. I told you once, I will defend Equestria to the death, just like I did on Mobius. And I swear to you, if you go through with this evil plot of yours, I won't hesitate to be the one that carries out your fate in 11 days. You don't have the power to take me down, and even if you did, you wouldn't have the courage to kill me because you're weak. I wouldn't test that theory if I were you, Sonia. I may not have been born with the mark of Herc like you, but I do possess great power as well, and I promise, if you ever harm a hair on Rainbow Dash's mane, you'll see exactly how ruthless and emotionless I can be. Guys, come on, we're family. Yeah, and so is Rainbow Dash, and I'll be damned if I allow anyone, including my sister, to threaten her. Your precious wife is safe, all right? I threatened her because she made me feel cornered when she threatened to tell you I had an evil agenda. I even told Rainbow Dash I wasn't going to harm her, because she's indeed family. I'm sorry for threatening her, Sonic. I promise, I never intended to carry out my threats. And what about this plan of yours? Sonia, whatever it is, isn't worth your life. I meant it when I said I don't want anything bad to happen to you. You can't change my destiny, Sonic. You have my word. I will not harm Rainbow Dash, but you can't change who I am or what I plan to do. I'm sorry, Sonic. Sonia uses her magic and disappears. Well, that went over great. Why did you have to be so hard on her, bro? Nothing we would have said today was going to change her mind. She's going to attempt whatever plan she has concocted. I only hope that we can stop her before she actually carries it out. What's happening to our sister, Sonic? I think Rainbow Dash's hunch is right. I think Sonia's knowledge of her cutie mark and of her true powers is going to her head. So what do? We can't just let Sonia die. Unfortunately, we can't do anything until Sonia decides to show herself. She's off the grid, Manic. I can't sense her power anywhere at the moment, which means she's learned to conceal her power. By the time she powers up again, it may be too late to save her. We tried, Manic. Sonia's made her decision. Twilight's castle. Applejack, Amy, and Twilight are sitting in Twilight's library. This is a pleasant and unexpected visit. I'm rather shocked to see you two together. Yeah, well, certain relationship circumstances have forced me to stay at Sweet Apple Acres for a little while. Amy and Chris had a disagreement of sorts, so Amy is staying with us until things settle down between them. I see. So, what exactly happened, if you don't mind my asking? To make a long, humiliating story short, my night of romance with Chris was cut short because he's ashamed to be in love with a Mobian hedgehog. I'm sorry, Amy. I don't understand his hesitation when it's obvious that he loves you. Exactly. It's frustrating because I know Chris legitimately loves me, but he refuses to give himself to me fully because I'm not a human. Which is kind of the reason for our visit today, Twilight. I know your magic is capable of turning Amy into a human permanently, so do you think you can help her out? No, unfortunately I won't be able to use my magic to turn Amy human. I'm sorry, but in order for me to do so, I'd have to use dark magic, which is forbidden. If Princess Celestia were to find out about it, there's a chance I could be stripped of my royal status. It's okay, Your Highness. I understand. I can't expect you to sacrifice your royal position over something so selfish. This is love, and when it comes down to it, I'm not meant to experience it. I might not be able to help you, Amy, but I know a certain zebra who can. Zecora? I never thought to ask her, Twi. Do you think Zecora can pull this off? I know for a fact she can. Amy, if you're serious about becoming a human, this may be your only option. But are you sure this is what you truly want? The only thing stopping me and Chris from being completely together and in love is the fact that I'm not human. I love him more than anyone in my life, and I'm willing to sacrifice anything for him. I just want him, and if I have to be a human for that to happen, then so be it. All right, settled then. Tomorrow morning, I'll take you to see Zecora. Thanks for your help, Twilight. You're welcome. And again, I'm sorry I can't do this myself. Sugar Cube Corner. Pinkie Pie closing up the bakery. Chris enters. I'm sorry, Chris, but we're closed. Oh, I didn't come here to buy anything. Have you seen Amy today, Pinkie? I have, and I made a pinky promise to her not to tell you where she is. Pinkie, please. I was a real jerk to her last night, and I want to apologize to her. She doesn't want your stupid apology. All she wants and needs is your love, and you refuse to give it to her. I'll assume she told you what happened last night. Yeah, she did. You have no idea how badly your rejection hurt her. She would lay down her life for you. She loves you truly, and she thought you loved her too. You mean everything to that girl, which is why your rejection shattered her heart to pieces. That, and you tell her that you love her, and that you refuse to make love to her? You don't understand how much this is killing me too. Pinkie, please tell me where Amy is. No, I won't allow you to hurt her any more with your insecurities. Like I said, we're closed, sir. Please leave. Okay, if you see her, please tell her I'm sorry, and that I need to talk to her. Have a good night, Pinkie Pie. Chris walks out of the bakery and sadly walks home. The Cloud Dominium. Rainbow Dash and Blaze sharing laps and apple cider. We totally killed it in practice today. Yeah, we did. Do you think Electra is going to sign with us? That would be awesome. She's really tough, and her 36 goals would definitely help our cause. Camelot offered her more years and bids, though. Well, she may take less to play on a winning team. Seriously, I'm shocked at how aggressive Thor Bourbon has been this off-season. Now we have a legit goalie with Pekka, and this rookie Jiggity looks great, at least in practice. I'm really excited to be a part in this. Thanks for getting me that tryout, Dash. This has been your dream since you were a little filly. I am so excited that you and I get to fly together again on the same team. Sonic enters the Cloud Dominium. Sorry I'm late, Dashy. Have you seen Sonia? No, I thought she was with you. She was until Manic and I had that talk with her about threatening you and the visions the Master Emerald gave Knuckles and AJ. She used her magic and teleported. I haven't been able to sense her power since. Oh no! Sonic, what if she tries to kill me tonight? She's not gonna hurt you, Dash. I promise. Yeah, and how do you know that? Because she swore to me that she wouldn't harm you. Blaze, for your own safety, I think it's best if you find a hotel in town for the night. Okay, is everything alright? Yeah, it's fine. There's no need for Blaze to leave tonight. Sonia doesn't want to be anywhere near me right now. She's going to continue on with her plan, and she won't be able to do so if I'm around. That's why she's suppressing her power down so I can't sense her and interfere with whatever it is she's doing. Do you think we should tell Princess Celestia about what's going on? I'm not sure yet. I'd like to try to persuade Sonia to back down before we involve Princess Celestia. And even if we did involve her, it's not like she'll be able to make a difference. Sonia's power far exceeds anyone else's on the planet. It may be best if Princess Celestia doesn't know of Sonia's plot. Why are you always trying to protect Sonia, Sonic? Because she's still my sister, Dash. I love her and I don't want her to get hurt. And I most certainly don't want her to harm innocent lives here in Equestria. I understand Sonia must be held accountable for her actions, and as of this moment, she hasn't done anything that's put Equestria in jeopardy. I know she threatened you, and I addressed that situation with her earlier and told her if she ever harmed you, she'd have to deal with me, and she said that she wouldn't harm you. I need time to find her so I can stop her from carrying out her agenda or getting killed in the process. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just worried about the amount of damage she could do. Was there any sign at all that allowed you to believe she'll change? Unfortunately not. Everything she said only confirms that she's surging ahead with her plans. This is all my fault. If I hadn't told you about Sonia threatening me, you never would have confronted her, and she'd still be here, and we'd be able to keep tabs on her. I'm glad you told me, Dash. It forced Sonia to come clean about everything, and we'll be able to stop her the moment I sense her power again. Meanwhile, Aeon's castle, human Equestria. Sunset Shimmer is in the library attempting to find a book to read. Aeon walks by and notices Sunset Shimmer in the library. He enters. Find anything worth reading? I found a couple of good ones. Couldn't sleep tonight, Aeon? No. I've been thinking about what you said to me the other night, about having to choose between love and power. If I could have my way, I'd have both. Haven't you thought about how grand it would be if you were at my side, the most powerful being in the universe? Sunset, you and I would have everything we ever wanted. We'd rule every planet in the cosmos, and we'd have each other. And the problem with you is that you have this fantasy that you're going to become the most powerful being in the universe once you absorb this triad of power, or whatever it is you need Sonia for. I don't think you realize what awaits you when we cross over back into Equestria. You won't be victorious if you attempt to take over Equestria. Princess Twilight Sparkle and her team will use the elements of harmony to stop you, and they also have the Chaos Emeralds too. You forget, Sunset, my powers are limited in this dimension, because here everyone is human. When we go through the portal and return to your Equestria, I will once again regain my powers and turn back into the powerful Hedgehog I truly am. I've already beaten Sonia's brother Sonic, and I'll have no problems doing it again. I've beaten him too, Aeon. However, the Chaos Emeralds proved to be the difference. Sonic's wife, Rainbow Dash, absorbed the power of one of the Chaos Emeralds, and she defeated me. Not only that, but I witnessed firsthand how powerful the Harmony Chaos Cannon is when Princess Twilight Sparkle used it to defeat King Samra. I thought you read the book I brought with me. I did. Then you should know that not even the Triad of Power can withstand a blast from the Harmony Chaos Cannon. Aeon, please, I love you, and I don't want to see you get killed trying to absorb this Triad of Power. I need that power, Sunset. I need it so I can hunt down the monster that slaughtered all my friends, my loved ones, and Amber. This has consumed me for years. It haunts me that my village hasn't gotten the justice they deserved. I will not stop until this monster's head is a trophy upon my wall. You don't need the Triad of Power to defeat him. If you choose to use your powers for good, I'm sure my friends will help you fight this monster if he ever decides to show up here in Equestria. And I'll fight at your side as well because I love you. Aeon places his hand on Sunset's face and gently begins caressing her. You're so much like Amber. You have her vibrant personality, tenacious spirit, and you always see the best in me. It doesn't hurt that you're just as beautiful as she was, too. It sounds like you really loved her. I'm sorry that Beast took her from you and destroyed your village. Will we be happy in Equestria? Sunset Shimmer nods confidently. Yes, we would be. Wait, you said... Aeon grabs Sunset Shimmer and begins kissing her. Sunset drops her book to the floor as she begins kissing Aeon back. It's about time I learned to trust and to allow love into my life again. Alright, Sunset Shimmer, you win. I love you, and if I must give up my plans to be with you, then so be it. Sunset's face lights up with excitement as she once again begins kissing Aeon. Once the kiss is completed, Aeon smiles at Sunset before lifting her into his arms, carrying her up to his chamber for a night of romance. The next day, the Everfree Forest, Zecora's hut. Good morning to you, AJ. What brings you to my hut today? Good morning, Zecora. I want you to meet my friend, Amy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise. We have a rather strange favor to ask you if you don't mind hearing us out. Of course I don't mind. How can I help? Amy is in love with a human named Chris. Chris is also in love with Amy. However, he's having difficulty committing himself fully to the relationship because Amy isn't a human. Twilight thought you may have a way of turning Amy into a human permanently, so she may experience love with Chris. There is such a potion in my book that I can brew, but I lack special ingredients that would make your dreams come true. I currently lack 2. So wait, are you actually saying you can help me? Yes, I can, but I will need 2 special ingredients that I don't have here. First, in order to change you into a human, I will need a strand of human hair, and the second will require a journey to the Trottingham Forest, where I must gather the magical sap from the magic tree of Trottingham. Hair and tree sap? Those are 2 very bizarre ingredients if you ask me. Never question my methods, child. The magic sap from these trees is what will turn you into a human permanently, but the sap needs the molecular makeup of a human to be able to change you into a human. Hence, why I need a strand of human hair. Great! If I ever intend on becoming a human, I'll have to get a strand of Chris's hair, because he's the only human on the planet. Now, how am I supposed to do that without it being awkward? You'll have about a week to figure it out while I venture to the Trottingham Forest to obtain the tree sap I need. If I agree to this, how much would I owe you for your troubles? I've been pretty bored lately, and you're a friend of Applejack, so there is no fee. I do love Chris with all my heart. To me, there's no point staying a hedgehog now. If I want Chris, I need to be a human. So yes, let's proceed with making that potion. Zecora smiles and takes a pair of scissors over to Amy. Here, cut some of your current hair, just in case you decide you want to become a hedgehog again. Thanks. Amy cuts a small piece of her hair as Zecora places it in a bottle and seals it. Thanks for doing this, Zecora. Don't mention it. Twilight's Castle, the Friendship Clinic office. We're really having a slow day, Rouge. Tell me about it. I might run into town and grab a cappuccino and a sandwich from Sugar Cube Corner. Twilight enters. Well, it's official. I made the travel arrangements to Morocco for Shadow and I. We leave next Sunday and we'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Wow, when you take a vacation, you really take a vacation.
Yeah, I'm impressed you're taking such a long hiatus from your royal duties. Well, I have my reasons for doing so. This is a surprise for Shadow, so please don't mention it to him. I will address this matter with the rest of our friends on Saturday. Pinkie Pie and I are planning to have a celebration party for Rarity and Silver on their engagement, and for Rarity winning Clothing Design of the Year here at the castle on that day.
Wait, Rarity and Silver are engaged? When did that happen?
It happened while Rarity and Silver were in Manhattan for the Equestrian Arts Awards show over the weekend. Rarity made it public the other night when she accepted her award.
That's what I get for not watching the award show.
Yeah, my jaw dropped when I heard Rarity say her fiancé Silver during her acceptance speech. Those two are made for each other, though, so it shouldn't come as a surprise to any of us. I'm really happy for those two as well. I can only imagine how excited she must be now that she gets to design a wedding dress for herself. She's been dreaming about it for years. Yeah, I think the hardest choice for her now is which one of the dozens of wedding gowns she's designed for herself over the years is the one she's going to choose. Well, luckily, Rarity has all of us here to help her with her decision. I'm going to head over to Sugar Cube Corner to start planning Rarity's party with Pinkie Pie.
I'll walk with you. I was planning on going over there to grab a coffee and a sandwich. Starlight, care to join us?
No, I'll stay here just in case any pony needs friendship counseling while you're gone. Could you bring me back a cappuccino and a bagel, though? Starlight uses her magic to pull out 10 bits from her saddlebag.
Sure.
Starlight telekinetically gives her the bits to Rouge. Thanks, Rouge. Twilight and Rouge leaves for Sugar Cube Corner. Will Atkinson's house. Knock on the door. Will answers and is in shock to see Sonia. You can't keep coming here like this. I told you I'd be in touch. Your little girlfriend isn't around right now, is she? No, she's at work. Why? I need a place to stay. My brother and his wife are on to me, and I need to lie low while we come up with a plan to free Nightshade from his statue. Do you know of a place I can stay? You didn't tell him about me, did you? No, of course not. Do you want to rule Equestria or not? Yes, of course I still do. Then I need you to be a really great partner right now and find me a place of sanctuary so we can launch our plans in secrecy. You could stay at Starlight's cottage in Equality Village. There's no one staying in the house. Starlight has basically abandoned it. That's perfect. Come on, let's go. I can't leave. Starlight will get suspicious. And I can't fly there because my brother will sense my power, which means I'm forced to take public transportation, which unfortunately requires money, and I don't have it. Besides, I don't know which house belongs to Starlight, and we need to come up with our plan, and we can't do that unless you're with me. Here's 30 bits, 10 for the train ride and 20 for food. Equality Village is literally a one-street town with houses on both sides. It literally makes an equal sign. Starlight's house is the only house not part of the equal sign. The road will literally take you to her front porch. That's all I'm going to do for you, Sonia. You need me, so you'll be playing by my rules from this point forward. I will get out to Equality Village when I can. Now get out of my house. I'm done enough for you. Fine. Thanks for being a team player, Will. I better see you soon. Will gives Sonia the money. Count on it. Sonia leaves the house and heads for the train station.